I went out and I just wanted to buy one lens, a cheap one. I went to the store and guess what happened? I bought a camera instead. Intro. What's up guys, Dan Furlani here and welcome back to a new video. If you're new to this channel, there's one thing you need to know. I make videos with and about the Canon EOS R, the Canon 90D and the Canon M50. But starting today, I will also make videos with another camera. What camera? It's the Canon R6. So as I said in the intro, and I also said that in a short I posted a few days ago, I went downtown to take a look at some lenses and I was considering the RF 16mm, a very budget lens that costs around $300. Do I really need that lens? Cause I already have the 10 to 18mm with, a 10mm is like 16 on a full frame and it does its job. Yeah, maybe the RF 16mm can give me more quality, maybe, I'm not even sure. But would that be a game changer? I don't know, I didn't think so. And that's why I decided to get something that constitutes an upgrade, like the Canon R6. Why is it an upgrade? For quite a few reasons. But wait a second, I would like to show it to you while I talk. Just 1 second. Here it is, the Canon R6. So my first impression when I hold it in my hands, it feels more comfortable than when I hold the Canon EOS R. The grip is a little bit different. It seems like more well balanced. The screen is kind of different. Not a huge difference, but definitely smaller. I mean, not much, but a little bit smaller. There is no top screen here. The EOS R has it. This one, no. Not a big deal, because I never use it. And we have a wheel right here. So I think that switching from video to photo mode is not gonna be a pain in the neck, just like it is with the EOS R, that we have to push a lot of buttons to switch from photo to videos. Here there's just a wheel and we can physically switch from video to photos. Much better. Right now I'm filming with the Canon EOS R and the RF 35mm f1.8, and now I'm gonna switch using the same lens but with the Canon R6. 1 second. And here it is, the Canon R6 with the RF 35mm f1.8. So what do you think about it? Leave a comment down below, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And check the links in the description to see all my gear stuff and things, my gear. And check the link to Epidemic Sound if you want 1 month of awesome music and great sound effects, 1 month for free. Alright, so why did I buy the Canon R6? What can I get now that with the Canon EOS R I just couldn't? The main reasons why I decided to buy this camera. One is that whenever I wanted to shoot in 4K with the Canon EOS R, I had to deal with a huge heavy crop, 1.74, and that's a lot. With the Canon R6, when shooting in 4K, the crop is so tiny, you won't even notice it. It's like, the same amount of crop that we get when we activate the electronic stabilization. So, not much, like a tiny little bit. That's awesome. And the second reason why I decided to buy this awesome Canon R6 is because I love shooting 120 frames per second. Well, I love shooting slow motion, so also 60 frames per second, yes, but on the Canon EOS R, I could do 60 in 1080 with the autofocus and everything, but whenever I wanted to shoot 120 frames per second, it would be in 720p. Come on. With the Canon R6, I can shoot 4K 60. I can get a very high quality slow motion. I can shoot 120 frames per second in 1080. And with the dual pixel autofocus on the Canon EOS R, when you shoot 120 frames per second, not only is it 720p, you also lose the autofocus. So let's say, for what concerns the 4K and the slow motion, as a Canon EOS R owner, the R6 really does constitute an upgrade. Yes, indeed. Okay, let's talk about negative things now. What about the sensor? 20 megapixels against the 32 of the Canon EOS R. Well, first of all, I do believe that 20 megapixels is good enough to do whatever you want. Unless you want to print like huge posters to put on the highway or at the airport. Well, in that case, I think you would need more megapixels. But for most of my works, it's more than enough. And also, it's the same sensor that Canon has put in the 1DX Mark III, top of the line. So I don't really think it's a bad sensor. Another possible negative thing or issue that can be found in this camera is the overheating. I just got this camera a few days ago and so far nothing happened. It didn't overheat. It never got really hot so far. I'm not gonna test it. I'm just gonna use it like I usually do when I shoot with my cameras and see what happens. But definitely I'm not gonna set it to 4K 60 and shoot like a 20-minute, 30-minute video. Just that's something I just don't. I've been using this camera only for the past couple of days, maybe 2 or 3 days total, and so far I love it. Alright, I just wanted to share this with you guys. I got the Canon R6 and I'll be making videos with and about also this wonderful camera and comparisons with the EOS R and the 90D and the M50 and other stuff. So make sure you subscribe and activate the notification bell. Alright, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, smash the like button and I'll see you guys in the next video.